Today's lesson could be used in a second grade classroom when they're learning how to add 2-digit by 2-digit numbers and are working with numbers up to 1,000. So the word problem I have for you guys today is Erica has 27 jelly beans in a bowl and Carlos has 16. If Carlos gives Erica his jelly beans, how many total jelly beans will Erica have? After reading this problem, we first need to identify whether we are adding or subtracting. What word lets us know which function we are going to use? Yes, the word gives, because Erica has 27 and Carlos has 16. Therefore, Carlos is giving Erica his jelly beans. So we are going to need to add Carlos's jelly beans to Erica's 27 jelly beans. The method we are going to use to solve today is using 10 frames. But these are our 10 frames. When we have a complete 10 frame with all the counters in it, we know that that represents that we have 10 total units. So we can start by adding up, or by placing in Erica's 27 jelly beans. So we know that we need 2 10s and 7 1s. So we can fill up 2 10 frames to start. We can use subitizing to see that we have 10 total counters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now we need to add 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 2 full 10 frames for Erica, but we aren't quite finished yet because we need our 7 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by these 2 full frames, they represent 20, and then these extra 7 back here represent 27 jelly beans. Now we want to add Carlos's 16 jelly beans. We know that 16 is 1 10 and 6 1s, so we will be having 1 full 10 frame and then 6 1s represented in the second 10 frame. So now we can start filling up our 10 frames. The different color helps us recognize that Carlos is separate from Erica and reminds us that we are adding the 2 together. So now we have Carlos's 16 jelly beans and Erica's 27, and we can start the process of adding them. When adding using our 10 frames, we want to make sure that we don't break up an already complete 10 frame. That makes it easier for us to use subitizing when we are coming to our final answer. So since I see that we need 3 more counters here, I will pull from this not yet complete 10 frame of Carlos's, and I will pull 3 counters. Now we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full 10 frames, and then a remaining 3. So that means that we have 10, 20, 30, 43 jelly beans. Therefore, when you add Erica's 27 jelly beans to Carlos's 16 jelly beans, the answer is a total of 43 jelly beans. Today we will be learning about time. I would use this lesson in a 3rd grade classroom when they're learning about telling time in 15, 30, and 45-minute intervals. First, I will address a common misconception that students have about time. So what do we know about time? It is different than we would count normally. When we count normally, we regroup at every 10th number, but in time, we regroup at 60. That is because there are 60 seconds in every minute and 60 minutes in every hour. So for example, if it is 9:55 and we want to figure out what time it will be in 5 minutes, we will be adding 5 minutes. But instead of what we would normally do of regrouping at 10 and finding that our answer would be 9:60, we are regrouping at 60. So in this minute, to hit 60, that means we have to change the hour. So rather than regrouping at 10, we regroup at 60. So when you add 5 minutes to 9:55, that changes the time to 10. Now we want to look at a word problem involving time. The word problem reads, if Bobby's school starts at 8:45 a.m. and there's 2 hours and 30 minutes until he goes to PE, what time does he go to PE? The method we will be using to determine what time he goes to PE is a number line. So using a number line, we want to keep in mind that every time we make a jump from hour to hour or minute to minute, we want to keep them relative in size to each other. So first, when looking at this problem, I want to regroup 8:45 to the next whole hour. So I want to figure out how many minutes after 8:45 will it be until I have to regroup until 60. So in other words, 45 plus what gets me to 60? We know that 45 plus 15 will get us to 60. So our first jump will be of 15 minutes. So we will jump from 8:45, regrouping at 9, and that will be a 15-minute jump. So if we're wanting to go a total of 2 hours and 30 minutes, and we already went 15 of those minutes, we know that we still need to go, for 2 hours and 15 minutes longer. So next, since we are at a whole number, we can make 2-hour-long jumps. So we will go from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then again to 11 a.m. So now 1 hour and 2 hours have passed. So if we already went 15 minutes and then we went 2 additional hours, we have gone a total of 2 hours and 15 minutes. And we know that we need to go a total of 2 hours and 30 minutes, so we need to make another jump that is 15 minutes. So we will go from 11 and we will jump 15 more minutes, bringing us to 11:15. Because when we are at 11 and we add 15 minutes, there is no regrouping involved, and the time is 11:15. So we know that if Bobby's school starts at 8:45 and there are 2 hours and 30 minutes until PE, then he will be going to PE at 11:15 a.m. And we know that because starting at 8:45 we made one 15-minute jump, then we made an hour jump, and another hour jump for 2 whole